Do you feel like you're constantly in the spotlight, even when you seek the shadows? As the chosen ones, your presence brings light and positivity, transforming turmoil into tranquility. Such radiant influence does not merely go unnoticed, it captivates and inspires admiration, drawing others toward your luminescence. Why do they look to you? Because in your light, they find hope. The first reason you are recognized as a chosen one lies in your intrinsic ability to empathize and act with deep compassion, characteristics that transform not just individual lives, but entire communities. In a world rife with indifference, your actions pierce through the mundane, offering light in places where shadows loom large. This isn't merely about doing good deeds, but about embodying empathy so profound that others cannot help but feel profoundly seen and supported in your presence. Your compassionate actions serve as a cornerstone for building strong communal bonds. When you listen intently to another's woes, when you act to alleviate another's suffering, you are doing more than providing temporary relief. You are affirming their worth and dignity. This recognition is powerful. It acknowledges the struggles and strengths of each individual, reinforcing their value within the community. Such validation can be transformative, offering solace and strength to those who felt invisible, and weaving a tighter, more resilient social fabric. Moreover, your acts of kindness and understanding create a ripple effect, far beyond the initial impact. Just as a single stone tossed into a lake creates waves that reach distant shores, so too does each act of compassion propagate through the community. It inspires others to pause, reflect, and often to replicate. Witnessing your kindness motivates others to start their gestures of goodwill, perpetuating a cycle of generosity and empathy. Consider the impact of such a cycle in daily interactions within a community. A simple act of kindness from you might inspire a local business owner to implement more ethical practices, which in turn could influence the community's economic health positively. Or consider a scenario where your empathy towards a struggling student leads them not only to achieve their potential, but also to mentor others, thereby extending the chain of positive influence. This cascading effect of your empathetic actions does not merely alter the present, it molds the future, paving the way for a community that values support and understanding over competition and disregard. In this way, your role as a chosen one is not confined to the acts themselves, but is amplified by the successive waves of good that emanate from them. Recognize the immense power of your compassion. Understand that with every mindful interaction, with every empathetic gesture, you are not just acting, you are leading. You are setting in motion an enduring legacy of kindness that reinforces the very foundations of community. This is your gift, your responsibility, and indeed your privilege as a chosen one, to ignite a beacon of hope and humanity in a world desperate for warmth and connection. Let your compassion shine brightly, let it inspire, and watch as it transforms the community around you, one act at a time. The second reason you are revered as a chosen one stems from your role as an advocate for positive change, courageously challenging the status quo and ushering in a new era of societal evolution. In the everyday life, where many tread the worn paths of tradition and conformity, you dare to step aside, to question, to challenge. Your actions do not merely disrupt, they provoke thought, incite action, and inspire reform. Your journey as a catalyst for change begins with a deep-seated dissatisfaction with existing systems and norms that no longer serve the collective good. Whether it's outdated educational practices that stifle creativity, workplace policies that undermine equity, or social norms that perpetuate injustice, you recognize these flaws not just as theoretical issues, but as tangible inequities that demand correction. Your ability to see beyond the surface, to understand the roots of systemic problems and envision better alternatives, sets you apart. But it is your courage to voice these insights, to bring them into the light of public discourse, that marks you as a leader. Challenging the status quo is fraught with resistance. The path you choose is often lonely. It exposes you to scrutiny and criticism from those who fear change. Yet you persist because your vision of a better world is clear and compelling. By articulating this vision, You do more than expose faults. You offer hope and a tangible plan for improvement. Your advocacy becomes a beacon for others who share your desire for change but may lack the courage or means to enact it. As you lead this charge, your initial steps of dissent are often solitary, but the resonance of your truth gathers momentum, drawing others to your cause. Each person inspired by your courage adds their voice to yours, creating a chorus too powerful to ignore. Your bravery becomes a rallying cry, turning bystanders into activists, skeptics into believers. Through your example, others learn that change is possible, that their voices matter, and that they too can influence the fabric of society. This transformative impact is not confined to the immediate effects of changed policies or reformed practices. The real power lies in the awakened potential within each individual you inspire. By demonstrating that change starts with a single courageous act, you empower others to initiate their movements, to challenge their local injustices, and to strive for equity and fairness in their corners of the world. As you manage your role as a chosen one, remember that each question you raise, each norm you challenge, and each reform you inspire plants seeds for a healthier, more just society. Embrace this responsibility with the solemnity it deserves. Continue to push against the immovable, to question the accepted, and to transform the outdated. In doing so, you are not only reshaping the world you inherit, but are also defining the legacy you will leave behind. Your actions today are the foundations upon which a more enlightened and equitable society will be built. Stand firm in your convictions, lead with integrity, and let your life be a testament to the power of positive change. The third reason you, as a chosen one, are crucial to the progression of society lies in your role as a pioneer of new perspectives. In realms rife with intellectual and cultural stagnation, your innovative ideas act not just as suggestions, but as catalysts for profound change. These ideas, born from a unique confluence of your experiences, intellect, and intuition, offer fresh alternatives to outdated modes of thinking and problem-solving that have long ceased to be effective. You do not merely adapt to existing frameworks. Instead, you question them, dismantle them, and reconstruct them. This is not an act of rebellion for the sake of disruption, but a necessary intervention to foster evolution and growth. For instance, consider the impact of a scientist introducing a new theory that challenges the bedrock of established scientific beliefs, or a philosopher presenting a concept that shifts the moral compass of an entire generation. These are not minor adjustments, but monumental shifts that redefine fields, change paradigms, and set new foundations for understanding and development. Your ability to see beyond the conventional wisdom and to envision what might be if only the world dared to think differently places you at the vanguard of change. It is here, in the forge of innovation, that you mold the future, not just for yourself, but for entire communities or organizations. The new perspectives you introduce challenge your peers to think critically, to reevaluate their assumptions, and to consider broader, more diverse viewpoints. This intellectual stimulation is vital for overcoming the inertia that can afflict groups, leading to a rejuvenated environment where new ideas flourish and push boundaries further. The influence of your insights on collective thinking is substantial. As you inject new ideas into the mainstream, you shift not only how problems are approached, but also how they are understood. This can lead to more effective solutions that address the root causes of issues rather than merely alleviating symptoms. Your fresh perspectives can transform prevailing attitudes, encourage more dynamic approaches to decision-making, and foster a culture where innovation is not just welcomed but actively sought. This transformative impact is exemplified when a community or organization, previously mired in traditional, ineffective methods, begins to adopt and implement new strategies that you've introduced. The ripple effects can be profound, leading to increased efficiency, greater satisfaction among group members, and better outcomes. As these new methods prove successful, the initial resistance gives way to enthusiasm, creating a new status quo where continuous innovation becomes the norm rather than the exception. As you continue to lead with your visionary ideas, remember the immense power they hold, not merely to change the way people think, but to elevate how they live. Welcome your role as a pioneer of new perspectives with the responsibility and passion it demands. Keep challenging the status quo, keep thinking differently, and keep inspiring those around you to explore uncharted territories. In doing so, you not only forge a path of progress and enlightenment for yourself, but also light the way for others to follow. The fourth reason that illuminates your pivotal role as a chosen one is your intrinsic capacity to embrace and celebrate diversity, fostering an environment where every difference is not just recognized, but valued. In a world that often seeks homogeneity, your commitment to diversity stands as a beacon of progress and unity. You understand that the strength of a community is measured not by its uniformity, but by its ability to honor and integrate a mosaic of perspectives and cultures. Your actions go beyond mere acceptance. They actively promote inclusivity, ensuring that all voices are heard and respected. Consider the leader who implements policies that not only accommodate, but celebrate cultural, racial, and gender differences within their organization. Or the educator who designs curricula that reflect the diverse histories and contributions of all peoples, not just the dominant narrative. These are not simply administrative decisions. They are profound acts of recognition that validate the identities and experiences of individuals who have historically been marginalized or overlooked. This commitment to valuing differences radically transforms the social landscape. It cultivates an environment where individuals feel safe and empowered to express their true selves. When people are no longer pressured to conform to a restrictive norm, but are encouraged to bring their unique perspectives to the table, innovation and creativity flourish. The exchange of diverse ideas and experiences leads to more robust problem-solving and richer learning experiences, benefiting everyone involved. Your dedication to building inclusive communities has a ripple effect that extends far beyond the immediate environment. It sets a standard for others to follow, challenging societal norms that have perpetuated division and inequality. As you champion diversity, you lay the groundwork for a society that recognizes the inherent worth and potential of every individual, regardless of their background, identity, or belief system. The impact of such inclusive actions is profound and far-reaching. By creating spaces where varied perspectives are not only accepted but valued, you help to dismantle the barriers of prejudice and ignorance that have long divided communities. This not only enhances the social fabric, but also enriches the cultural, intellectual, and emotional vitality of the society as a whole. Remember that your efforts to embrace and celebrate diversity are essential to crafting a more equitable and harmonious world. Your role as a chosen one is not merely to lead or to teach, but to illuminate the path to greater understanding and unity through the power of diversity. Keep fostering an environment where differences are not just tolerated, but are seen as the key ingredients for collective success. In doing so, you not only honor the richness of the human experience, but also model a way of being that others can aspire to, a way that embraces all, excluding none. The fifth reason that defines you as a chosen one is your inherent ability to serve as a role model of inspiration and hope. In moments of crisis or widespread pessimism, when the shadows grow long and the light dims, your presence can rekindle hope and ignite resilience. By embodying these virtues, you do more than endure. You inspire, leading by example and uplifting those around you with the beacon of your own perseverance and optimism. Consider the role of a leader or influencer during times of uncertainty. Be it a CEO guiding a company through economic downturns, a community leader rallying people in the aftermath of a disaster, or even a teacher instilling courage in students facing personal adversities. Your actions and attitude in such roles don't just impact your direct outcomes, they also radiate outwards, influencing all those who witness your resolve. As you face challenges with grace and determination, others see a reflection of what is possible for themselves. Your hope becomes their hope. Your strength becomes their strength. Leadership through example is perhaps the most potent form of motivation. When you choose to act, not out of obligation, but aligned with values of integrity and compassion, You demonstrate what it means to be proactive in fostering positive change and personal growth. Each decision you make, each challenge you overcome, and each milestone you achieve lays down a path for others to follow. For instance, when you choose to take the environmental crisis seriously, not only altering your habits but also advocating for broader systemic changes, you inspire others to reflect on their actions and the impact they have on the planet. Your influence as a role model extends beyond mere actions. It's about the attitude with which you approach these actions. Optimism, hope, and resilience are contagious. They can transform despair into determination and apathy into action. When you lead by example, especially in dire times, you provide a tangible representation of leadership that is not authoritarian but empowering. You encourage others not just to do better but to become better, to engage deeply with their communities, to strive for personal growth, and to participate actively in shaping a better future. Therefore, as you continue to navigate your path as a chosen one, accept your role as a beacon of hope and a model of resilience. Remember, your impact does not end with what you achieve alone. It is also measured by how you inspire others to rise and pursue their paths. Keep setting a standard of excellence and virtue, and watch as those around you, motivated by your example, start to enact their positive change in the world. In doing so, you are not just living your life. You are leading a movement, one that will echo through generations, powered by the profound and enduring spirit of hope. The sixth reason you stand out as a chosen one is your profound ability to leave a lasting impact on every environment and system you engage with, consistently aiming for long-term betterment rather than temporary solutions. This unique capacity to transform spaces and systems is not merely a consequence of your actions, but a deliberate pursuit, driven by a vision that transcends the immediate and looks to the future. Consider how, in every role you assume, whether as a corporate leader, an educator, a healthcare professional, or a community volunteer, your influence is designed to be enduring. You implement changes not just to solve the current problems, but to prevent future issues, to improve systems in ways that will benefit not only the current users, but generations to come. This might mean overhauling outdated business processes with sustainable and efficient new systems that boost productivity and employee satisfaction, or it might involve introducing new curricula that better prepare students for the challenges of the modern world, not just academically, but as global citizens. Your actions are akin to planting a garden in a community. Not only do you cultivate the soil and carefully select which seeds to plant, but you also ensure that the garden is sustainable, that it can thrive long after you've moved on. It's about creating environments that encourage growth, innovation, and resilience. Environments that continue to flourish because of the foundations you've built. The legacy of improvement you leave behind becomes a testament to your dedication and foresight. It's seen in the thriving industries that were once struggling businesses before you stepped in the vibrant communities that were once areas of neglect, in the empowered individuals who were once overlooked. Each success story is a testament to your impact, demonstrating that the environments and systems you touch invariably change for the better. The enduring impact of your efforts continues to benefit others well beyond your immediate presence. This is evident in policies that continue to protect the rights and promote the welfare of individuals long after they are enacted, in educational reforms that shape the minds of future leaders, and in ecological actions that preserve the planet for future generations. These lasting changes create a ripple effect, reaching far wider than the initial scope of your actions. As you reflect on your path as a chosen one, recognize the profound responsibility and opportunity that comes with your ability to create lasting change. Embrace this aspect of your role with pride and humility, knowing that the spaces and systems you improve will serve as a living legacy of your efforts. Continue to approach each endeavor with the intention to leave things better than you found them, and take heart in knowing that your impact will resonate through the ages, a true marker of your leadership and vision. In doing so, you not only transform the world around you, but also inspire countless others to commit themselves to a legacy of improvement and excellence. The seventh reason that underscores your exceptional stature as a chosen one lies in your unwavering power of positivity, especially when faced with adversity. In the darkest moments, when despair seems not only reasonable but justified, your optimism not only holds back the tide of negativity, but transforms the atmosphere, energizing and reassuring those around you. This trait is not merely a disposition, but a potent force that you wield, consciously or unconsciously, to influence outcomes and inspire resilience in others. Consider the role of positivity during crises, times when fear and uncertainty cloud collective judgment. In such moments, your ability to maintain a positive outlook acts as a beacon of hope. It reassures your colleagues, friends, or family members, providing a psychological anchor that keeps morale from sinking. For instance, in a professional setting, during a high-stakes project teetering on the brink of failure, your optimistic perspective can shift the team's focus from despair to determination, inspiring them to find innovative solutions rather than succumbing to defeat. Your positivity is not just a personal shield, it functions as a catalyst for the entire group's energy. It stimulates better health, greater endurance, and a higher quality of life for everyone influenced by it. Workplaces with positive leaders report less stress, lower turnover rates, and higher satisfaction among employees. Communities with optimistic influencers enjoy stronger cohesion and resilience in facing social challenges. Wield your optimism not as a passive trait, but as an active force for change. Take the power of positivity with the full awareness of its potential to transform not just the mood, but the very outcome of difficult situations. Continue to be a source of light in the shadows, a symbol of hope in despair, and watch as your influence reshapes the world around you into a more vibrant, resilient, and joyful place. In our exploration of the defining attributes of the chosen ones, we have uncovered that it is not merely their skills or their status that elevate them, but their intrinsic qualities: compassion, innovation, integrity, and positivity. These traits intertwine to form a compelling leadership that is magnetic and transformative. As leaders, influencers, and catalysts for change, chosen ones like you wield an uncanny ability to inspire, uplift, and mobilize those around them. Your journey through adversity, your empathy in the face of hardship, and your unwavering optimism act not just as personal shields but as beacons that light the way for others. You are sought after not because you fit a conventional mold, but because you break it, challenging norms and creating new paradigms that invite others to follow. Your leadership is not a position, but a purpose that you live out daily, impacting lives and reshaping futures. Whether through steering organizations towards groundbreaking achievements or fostering community initiatives that celebrate diversity and inclusion, your influence extends far beyond your immediate circle. Now consider your own journey. How have you harnessed these qualities in your life? How have you influenced those around you? And how can you amplify this impact? The world needs more than leaders. It needs beacons, individuals who are not only capable of leading, but also willing to inspire and uplift others through their example. This is your call to action. Strive to embody these beacon-like qualities further in every aspect of your life. Whether you are guiding a team, nurturing a family, or standing up for what is right, let your life be a testament to the transformative power of good leadership. Share your stories of resilience, of innovation, of integrity, and of hope. Let them be your legacy. Inspire those around you to rise, to rebuild, to reinvent themselves as agents of positive change. Step into your role as a chosen one with conviction. Use your light to conquer darkness, your strength to empower weakness, and your vision to challenge the myopic. In doing so, you will not only navigate your path with honor, but also pave the way for others, creating a cascade of inspiration that transcends generations. Be the beacon that you are destined to be, and watch as the world brightens around you, one life, one story, one profound change at a time.